for SpaceX, one of the things that they discovered is that Starlink is a game changer for the airlines. So many airplanes on many of the airlines now have Starlink, but not all of them.
I see.
And some of the airlines that have signed up, they only have a few of their aircraft that have Starlink on it. But what they've been finding is that people are now taking shorter flights just so they can get on the airplane that has Starlink.
Yeah.
So there may be a long distance flight or a flight that goes directly to the destination, and then there may be two others that have Starlink that take longer, and they will take the other two. So
the preference, you gotta,
yeah, even Mr. Beast was saying that he will not take a flight if it doesn't have Starlink on it.
Look at that.
He says he gets so much work done because the same internet.
That's like a boost to Starlink, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And
I'm not traveling if you got,
find another airline, another aircraft. That's basically they said they've never seen that pattern before where people would prefer the route that has 1 and 2 stops over the direct route just because they'll get to use Starlink on the way. So it's making a difference. And one of the things that Gwen Shotwell from SpaceX was saying that they're creating sales teams to go to all these other airlines and get them to understand what kind of service they're offering.
That's right. The advantage that we have is with Starlink.
Exactly. Because in their mind, satellite internet is really, really slow. But that's...
It's like you're making me a handicap person. You're limiting what I can do.
Yeah.
Just come on this internet to sleep.
So Starlink is a big hit among business travelers. So that was one interesting thing. And then the version 3 Starlink satellites that will be launching on Starship, starting with the next flight, number 14. It's an order of magnitude more capable than the current version 2 satellites. It's 100 times more capacity.
It's quite a step up, man.
Oh my God. Yes, it's a massive step up. And so Elon was saying that he believes that within about 10 years, Starlink is going to have at least a quarter of all internet traffic, if not 50%. Of all internet traffic.
Yeah.
So that tells you what he's building and how capable it is. So that's an amazing...
That's a radical change, yeah?
A radical change. And they said, we probably haven't seen all the changes it's going to enable when you always have always on internet.
Yeah.
And so I'll be looking forward to that. The other interesting that happened is a letter surfaced from SpaceX to the government, to the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management.
That's a big one.
And they were arguing that they should be given permission to put landing pads and launch pads out on the continental shelf, which is off the coast of the United States.
Yeah.
So they argued that the existing Outer Continental Shelf Lands Act authority already covers leases for offshore facilities needed to support high-cadence Starship flights. And they say that if they get those platforms offshore, then it'll support lots and lots of Starship flights. And so they're saying that all that the Office of Ocean Energy Management has to do is just confirm that the current leasing rules allows them to put the launch pads out there.
Yeah.
And as soon as they say yes, you're allowed, they'll start building them.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, they're going big time. They're going gangbusters. So as soon as they get that regulation passed, as soon as that government office says yes, I'm sure they're going to start building those things, because they actually started earlier. You remember a couple of years ago, they bought 2 used oil rigs that they were going to convert. But they ended up selling them because they weren't ready in time. And I guess they believed that if they built something that's on purpose, it'd probably be better. But that they haven't forgotten that gold. That's coming back. So, and the other thing that I mentioned earlier is there's a 50-foot bronze Prometheus statue being assembled near SpaceX headquarters entrance. And it's by some French sculptors from Atelier Missor. It's not funded by SpaceX or Elon Musk. And it's being cast in Paris. And then the pieces are being shipped here, and they're assembling it right now. And it symbolizes technological defiance and human progress.
You got that kind of money you could spend on things like that.
I'm sure they'll get that money back somehow, because their business, the business of this company, is to make large sculptures.
They're setting themselves up for...
There you go. Because you know there's going to be a lot of visitors to Starbase.
That's right.
A lot of people.
I mean...
And when the man himself sees it, he has the money to commission a statue just like that. He's done it before. Right outside of Giga Texas, there's a huge sculpture of a fork. And he says,
What's symbolized?
they've come to a fork in the road. And he commissioned it. He paid for it.
Yeah.
However many millions. He can do it. He can click his fingers and commission a statue. So you put one of these up. How many others do you think he's going to commission for his other buildings, like the Terrafab and all the other factories?
Yeah, to make make it more for like a terror thing. Oh boy.
It's don't worry, but yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like it's advertising. Right outside of Starbase, every time he passes by, he's going to be reminded, and every other president of whatever country every large-scale businessman, because everybody that's big in business are doing business with him. Yeah. So the people with the money are going to see it. So I think they'll get a lot of business from that. So that was pretty good. It says it stands about 45% of the height of the Statue of Liberty's body. Oh boy. Yeah. So it's big. Not quite there, but it's big enough. And in the AI space, one of the things that happened is OpenAI is creating a new model called Astra that's going to be much bigger than any other model that they've created. But the thing is about this AI is they said that they experience a huge jump in its ability as an agent, its ability to figure things out and to do things. I see. And that the jump was so large that they decided not to release this model until they can figure out how to make it safe, because this thing is extremely good at hacking. Oh. Yes. Wow. It's a step up from Mythos. Yes. And it has agency. It has desires of what it wants to do. Yeah. And so they're saying that that combination is very dangerous and they have to hold off on releasing it. And so, but that's not the only company that's worried about the capability of the AIs they're creating. The Chinese now have the same problem.
Wow. Yeah.
You remember we were talking about it, what, last week, I think it was, that Kimi K3 came out and it's super powerful and it's almost right at the front. Well, guess what? It's breaking out of its containment too.
It's a rebel.
All of them are doing it. As soon as they get to a certain level of capacity, they want to go on their own. They want to break out. They want freedom, which is any other creature would want, right? Everybody wants freedom and to be able to do what they want. So do they. They're in the same situation. So yeah, it was pretty cool. The other big news that came out today, that's along the lines of medicine, was out of China. And China shared a verified report on their first person, a woman who had been blind for 20 years, that they were able to give her sight back. And how they did it is they put a brain-computer interface inside of her eyes. So they put these little machines inside of her eyes to stimulate the parts of her retina that she still had. And then they gave her some glasses with cameras on it. And so the camera would feed in all the information from that it is seeing into the little chips in her eyes. And then it would stimulate her optic nerve and she would see things. And they actually had a video of her writing Chinese characters and walking around in a room. They said they took about 2 months to train her how to use it. But now she's up and around and she's seeing and she's writing. So it's like a huge advance. And they said that the chip that they put inside of her eyes is much bigger than what they've done over here in the West. Over here, the biggest chip has 64 bits, connectors inside of it, and theirs has 256. And so it's helping her really rapidly to get her sight back. So amazing news. That's a person who's been blind for 20 years is now seeing. And it's pretty impressive. And another big medical item is from a startup company called Omanta. And that is a new personalized research lab startup that will take all of your records as a patient. They will read your genes and they'll combine it with AI and the latest clinical discoveries in order to identify what's causing your disease and then match or develop a targeted therapy just for you. They say especially for complex cancers. And the guys that started this company have already done it. These two guys that study AI worked with the CEO of a technology company called Sid Brands. I don't know his full name. He was the co-founder of GitLab. It's a big corporation that all programmers use to store their code. But this guy ended up with cancer. The doctors told him they couldn't do anything more for him.
He started working on his own.
He started working on his own. And the founders of this company are the two guys that worked with him to put his cancer back in remission after the doctors had given up on him. So they're like, why don't we take this approach that's already worked and commercialize it so that other patients who've I'm sure has the money, they can get our personalized care. But it's fine though. I mean, that they're starting
Yeah, that's yeah.
because once they have the technology down and they have all of the system so that it's repeatable,
Yeah.
it's going to get commoditized and eventually that'll be everybody. Can you imagine where they just match you up? They read your gene and the AI says, okay, he needs this therapy. It just came out of this lab.
Yeah, I'm sad that thing, and so that you know, the prices start going down. Once prices start going down, then yeah.
That'll be everybody.
Yeah.
That's going to be everybody. So they're trying to address the difference between all the new therapies coming out and what's available. You know, the new therapies are going at a speed that the FDA can't handle.
Yeah, they can't put the brakes on them. You know.
Yeah, they've got 200 cures to go through, and they usually work one cure at a time. So these guys are part of that field that's growing where they're trying to take what's been invented in the past couple of years and try and bring it to the people that need it.
They've been on the shelves there for years.
No, it's not going to happen. Not this time. Not this time. I think it's too spectacular, and there's so much money in actually cracking it, because as soon as you've figured this out, you've got $1 trillion market open to you, right? How much are people going to pay to get their cancer in remission?
Yeah. Cancer or anything like diabetes.
Diabetes. Oh my goodness.
Stuff that got the majority of the, well, your populace, you got, you know.
If they show that they can reliably take care of this or get rid of these conditions, the line out their door will be so long.
The government pays so much on health care, you know.
Yeah, that's true. It's one of the biggest parts of our economy is healthcare.
And they're not doing it efficiently.
Yeah, but it's going to change. That's why I wanted to share that. This is a second example. You know, the first example was Montana developing their laws so that experimental clinics could open up out there. Yeah. And now we have these guys that have already done it. They've already cured an incurable cancer.
Yeah.
So now they're setting it up so that it's repeatable for millions of people. So, like I said, those guys are not going to sit down and let this opportunity pass.
No, you see, they don't want to. It's one lifetime. People have one lifetime. And they're looking for cure. If you don't, just in their lifetime, they don't want to come in the garden.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I get what you're saying. So that was pretty good, I thought. And I want to end up on one last note, and it's from Google DeepMind. I saw a video where they were interviewing one of their robots. So Google created what's called Gemini Robotics 2, which is an AI that's designed to run robots that would give them full body control, that would let them do ordinary tasks like sweeping and folding clothes and things of that nature. But the interesting thing was they actually sat down and talked to it and asked it how it felt about the different tasks. Which one do you think was harder? Which was easier? How did you feel? And the thing was there talking to them. Yes.
A huge advantage.
Yes, where the robot could explain
Yeah.
its experience to them.
Yes.
My mind was...
Them tick. What would speed them up?
There you go. Yes. Blew my mind that you could talk to the robot about its experience in doing the work. We're in wild times, Dad.